Om Shanti and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dev Lingadevaru. I'm coming to you from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm a software engineer by profession and have been practicing Raj Yoga for the last 30 years. Today, we're going to talk about tips to manage stress. We know that stress is something that has become quite inevitable part of our life. Recently, one of my colleagues was visiting a doctor for some checkup, and he learned that whatever physiological things that he had was actually because of stress, which was not at all obvious to him. So that means there are so many different ways that we don't even perhaps recognize that stress is so much ingrained within us. And many studies have shown how this stress creates different illnesses or even diseases in us. So it makes sense for us to proactively take care of the stress so that we can have a very healthy and peaceful life. So here are my, I would say, 10 tips for managing stress. I know there are many stress managing things there which talk about exercise and different things. So these are not in that area. This is more on a spiritual side and some as well kind of part of our daily routine, what we can do. All right, so number one, learn to think less. So you have to listen to the keyword here is learn to think less. There is so much analysis we do, so many thoughts, they actually weaken our mind. Fewer thoughts keep our mind fit. So you have to see every day how I can actually reduce amount of thinking, whatever it is, whichever subject matter you are thinking about, see if you can learn to reduce the thinking process. So learn to think less. Second, there is so much of information out there. You have to really be very wise in making the choice, what you are going to let in and what you're going to be just living it out there. More information, more choices, our ability to discern again becomes less. Keep it simple. Don't let lots of things to come into you. Just you be proactive in discerning, okay, I'm going to only choose this and this and this. Thirdly, if you don't decide things in your life and keep kind of, lingering around in your mind and procrastinating, then those things actually create pressure because there are undecided things in life. And procrastination, adding more things into my life, then in time you'll feel pressured and creating stress. So don't let things for later. There's always time for doing right things at the right time. So you have to kind of manage your time well. It does not require a rocket science to learn that. It's simple things. Every morning you plan and you see you can do, and if you cannot that day, then next day, but don't delay further. So managing your time and not procrastinating. Next, things do happen in life, and sometimes good, sometimes not so. But learn to observe things rather than taking everything so personally. Yeah? More I observe things, then more I'm actually able to kind of detach myself or kind of withdraw myself from the whatever that is happening around there. And perhaps I'll be able to come from a different perspective. But the moment I get consumed by it, then the energy, then the whatever the amount of stress that would be involved in that would affect my well-being. So learning to detach from things happen, and learning to not take things so personally. As a software engineer, I can say for sure that it's very nice practice to take time during the whole day to be in silence. A lot of times we had to talk and we had to be in a meeting, and from one to the next to the next, the whole day, it could be like that. But in order to not get drained by the end of the day and not have that overload of tasks and information, every now and then, if possible, almost like every minute, every hour. If not, okay, you can set your schedule to kind of take time out. Silence meaning that you're not engaging yourself in any activity, even in your mind. In other words, you're going to let your mind remain in silence, not having too many thoughts. And in that silence, allow something to emerge from inside, more at a level of something very peaceful. Yeah. So make silence part of your daily routine. And connected with that, next one is learn and practice meditation every day. I wake up quite early in the morning. I have a busy schedule during the whole day, but still I wake up quite early in the morning and sit for about 45 minutes. And that 45 minutes in the morning becomes like a stepping stone for the whole day. And it runs quite beautifully because in the morning, the whole system of my being kind of sets beautifully, and it empowers me so that during the day, whatever I experience in the morning, however I empower myself in the morning, that influences in a very, very positive way during the whole day. So meditating in the morning before you eat breakfast, because once you kind of give things to our body and start going about the things of the day, then our mind slowly drifts away from empowering. So before you engage too much in other activities, before I set this benchmark, before I eat my breakfast, I had to do this. So that way I know I had to give priority to my meditation and then to other things of the day. So meditating every single day. Next one is set your lifestyle in such a way that you have a good balance. And the keyword now is balance. Good balance between your, whether it is food, exercise, and meditation, or anything else too, that you're not completely, on one end, like not working so many hours that you don't give time to your family, not give so much of time to your family that you don't have time for your own self, in all directions. See how you can balance out. Keeping a good balance helps so that everything is in equilibrium. Everything is actually flowing very nicely without overweighing on one side and giving less attention to on the other side. Number 9, there are many people who you come across every day, whether it is at your work, your family, elsewhere. How nice it would be if you take time to appreciate someone every day or something that happened to you. Why it's important? Because the art of appreciation creates a very beautiful positive energy within us, which kind of leads towards a sort of happiness, which reduces this stress and different things that happen from other things during the day. So somebody did something for you, instead of, yes, you can say thank you, but more than that, in your own mind, appreciating how nice the other one was, or something you did, appreciate that you're able to do something, having this attitude of gratitude for things that happen to you. This will go a long way in actually creating that nice well-being inside. Lastly, discover something new about yourself every day. Something that is nice that you didn't know before about yourself. Also something that is not so nice that you did not know about yourself. When you do this, what happens is that you actually are able to either use what you have discovered that is nice more often every day, or things that you didn't like about yourself, you can actually change it using some method, using some determination, paying more attention, being mindful, careful, you can change. So discovering something new about yourself every day. And perhaps you may have seen that yesterday, but again today, if you discover the same thing, see how you can bring change in yourself tomorrow. So if we are able to pay attention to these 10 tips in our everyday life, then you will see that you will be able to manage stress in a very natural way. Stress will be there because what's happening today is that the lives are getting busier and the demand is more, but you would have learned the art of managing that so that you don't necessarily feel it so much. And in the Brahma Kumaris, the practice of meditation that we do, it actually helps us to empower ourselves and take that higher strength, more than what we can imagine, from the higher source, so that not only you can lead a well-balanced, stress-managed life, but you can actually also help others to do the same. Okay, so now let's take a few minutes in reflection in this meditation and set our mind to become peaceful and strong. Sitting quietly, relaxing the body, letting go of the tension of hanging on, loosening the muscles in different parts of my body. One by one. Different events of the day create a sense of tightness in different parts of my body. And now consciously, I release this stress or tension from the muscles in my body, in my legs, my hands, my chest, my back, my shoulders, and even in the muscles of my face. As I relax my body, I gently withdraw my attention from all those things that I have to do and focusing the mind inward, going inward to that inner space far away from the external chaos of life, going deeper within to that silent space. And in here, at the very core of my inner space, I begin to feel myself as a spiritual being, a being whose very nature is peace. As I become aware of this awareness allows that energy of peace to be awakened. I am beginning to experience the inner peace of the inner being. And this energy of peace flows from deep inside to the surface of my mind and to every cell of my body, relaxing, rejuvenating, and releasing stress. My mind is calm and my body is relaxed. And I hold this awareness. I, the inner being, am a being of peace. Om Shanti.